Mike Sports at Home video. This is going to be a little bit of a lower body mobility circuit, okay? So when I want you to focus on lower body, I want you to think of our hips. So we're going to focus on all the muscles that attach to our hip in our lower body, and we're going to get started by looking at our hip flexors. Some of us have issues when we stand up for a long period of time of feeling a lot of lower back pain. Well, one of the things that could actually be happening is that our hip flexors, these muscles right here on the front of our thighs, could be shortening as we're sitting. So as we sit here in this locked position, these muscles shorten, and they then pull our pelvis forward. Well, then when we stand up, and there's this pressure right here on our lower back. So how can we elongate these so that we can tuck under a little bit better? So let's look at that one first. So I'm going to take a pad. So if you have a sweatshirt or something that's going to be thick that you can put on the ground, that's going to be helpful because it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable on your kneecap if you don't. So I'm going to take this pad, I'm going to put it right next to a surface. You can put this next to a bed, a couch, a chair, anything that's going to be not moving so that when you put your foot on it, it doesn't slide back. This is going to be a kind of I'm going to assume that you have warmed up, that you have done something to get blood flowing throughout your legs. I've done a little bit myself. If you're to just do this cold, this might be a little bit of an aggressive stretch to start right out with. But let's try this right here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to walk my hands out. I'm going to place my knee on the pad, sweatshirt, pillow, whatever you have. And then I'm going to come up into a lunge position. So my goal is to try to be able to get my glute to touch my heel. As you're sitting here, I want you to try to contract your glutes, and you'll feel a lot more pressure and stretch in your hip flexors. So I contract, and I will feel that stretch right there. This is great for quadriceps and your hip flexor. Fantastic stretch. Hold this for 20 to 30, and then stop, go back to the other. Next, let's focus on a lower back friendly hamstring stretch. So our hamstrings are on the back of our legs. Also can actually contribute to some of that lower back pain if you're having, if they're too tight. So what I want you to focus on is supporting your weight on one leg while you're stretching the hamstring on the other side. So what that's going to look like is this. I'm going to be stretching my left hamstring. I know it looks like the right on the screen, but it's my left. And I'm going to be putting my weight on a bent right leg. So I'm going to slightly bend this right leg. I'm going to put my heel, I can either put it in front or just off to the side, whichever is comfortable for you. If you need a little bit more balance, go off to the side. That'll actually be a little bit easier for you. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to then sit and I'm going to bend at the waist and feel that stretching of the hamstring. The way that looks from the side is, again, I'll switch legs so you can kind of see a little bit better from a different angle. So I'm going to put my weight on my left leg this time. I'm going to put my weight on that leg, sit that straight, keeping this leg nice and straight, and stretching that hamstring. Again, hold that for 20 to 30 seconds. You should be starting to feel really good already. All right, let's focus on IT band now. So we're gonna get a little bit of glute and a little bit of IT band. We're gonna feel this on the side of our hip. So I do have a chair in line this time. So what I'm going to do is, with good posture, meaning that I'm going to stay nice and upright, I'm going to place my ankle on the opposite knee, curl this toe up, kind of helps protect some of the knee here, and then I'm going to slightly push down on this knee. You should feel that stretching your hip. Hold that for 20 to 30 seconds, and you'll be all set. All right, now we're going to get a little bit more aggressive with that hip. So we've done a lot on the front, back, a little bit on the upper side. So we're focusing on an IT band that runs all the way down and attaches next to our knee. What we're going to do next is that we're actually going to get into the pigeon pose for yoga. I want to give you a couple different modifications that you can use, but the first thing I want you to think about is having a nice mat that you can sit on. You can do this on carpet. If you have plush carpet, I wouldn't recommend doing it on a very hard surface. Just a little uncomfortable. So as I get into this, what my goal is, like the gold star is 90 degrees with my foot. That doesn't mean it has to be 90 degrees. If you can only get to 45 degrees, that's fine. So let me show you what 90 looks like. So I'm gonna have a 90-degree angle with my shin with the mat. Then I'm going to come in having this leg straight behind me. This is a decent spot to start right here. If this is as comfortable as you can get and you want to maintain right here, that's perfectly fine. As you get a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more flexible, what you can do is you can transition down to your forearms. If you get really comfortable here and you want to continue even further, extend your hands. But for right now, start right here and let me know how that feels. You can use the comment section below to let me know if you have any questions, any pain that you're feeling in your knees, or you can ask our Ask the Trainer feature on our website and I can give you a little bit more specific information. Transitioning out of this one might be interesting. You might be in it and you're thinking, how do I get out of this? Simple, just roll back. Then let's start over. So I'm going to then put my leg up, cross over, and get in that position. Again, I can stay here if I want to. I can work my way down to my hands if I want. That's all. Hold this one just a little bit longer because you're gonna have a little bit of stretch reflex. You're gonna feel a little grabby at times. Wait for that to relax. That's when your muscle's actually elongating and stretching. So try to hold for about 30 to 40 on this one and let me know how it goes. For those of you keeping score out there, we have done the front, we have done the side, we have done the back. We've not done the inside. So our adductors are responsible for bringing our legs together. And so what we're going to do to stretch those is stretch them apart. So think about if you're ever trying to stretch a muscle, if you're not sure exactly how to stretch a muscle, think about how you use it and then pull it in the opposite direction safely and carefully. So what we're going to do for this one is, just like we did with the hamstring, we're going to load the weight onto one leg while we keep the other leg rigid and stretch it. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to load my weight onto my right leg. I'm going to load my weight, take a little bit of wider stance, load my weight onto my right leg, keep this leg straight, and I'm even going to point this toe up just a little bit. You'll feel an interesting stretch all the way down the inside of your leg. So I'm going to hold this for 20 to 30 seconds. It doesn't matter necessarily how deep you get. The more aggressive you get later on, you can actually start to get really deep into that stretch. So for right now, just get nice and comfortable, keep that toe up, hold for 20 to 30 seconds, you should be good. All right, thanks for watching this video. What I would like for you to try to do is go through each one of those stretches as a circuit, one time, do that for a week or two, and once you get comfortable with that, go through it again, work your way up to 3 times total so that you can actually really start to see some of that flexibility gain. Try to do it 2 or 3 times a week. Comment below, let me know how it goes, and use the Ask the Trainer feature if you have any additional questions. Thanks, have a great day.